Market recap for, what was it, Tuesday 23rd 09 2025. Today, I'm impressed with myself for my patience, right? Normally I always flop this, right? I was like, I need to fix my patience, but I did. All right, so let's get to, let's say, the 15 minutes, right? And at London, okay, this is too empty. Let me just get into the chart that has something and just quickly explain what my thought was, right? So yesterday I said I'm bearish for today, right? But what we would like to see is us take previous daily high, so we can shoot somewhere lower, right? Mainly the discount of the range, somewhere down here. That'd be my target, right? But what we didn't do is take previous daily high, and on ES we haven't done that as well. So I was confused of like, okay, now the probability of it being a guaranteed short, especially the fact that we have equal highs now, is getting a bit long, right? So I'm not too sure, right? Here, this is a 15-minute fair value gap. That then now I have two scenarios where I'm like, okay, now this was just a continuation. This don't really matter, but here, then I flip bullish, saying if we stop around here, which is the discount of our range, and then show signs of anything bullish, then yeah, we're gonna go take previous daily high, because I didn't really expect us to take previous daily low today, right? So it's either we're gonna go for previous daily high or previous daily low. But as you can see today, we had an inside day, right? Like literally, the only reason I didn't catch the short is because London just decided to not go 2 ticks above previous daily high. That's cool though, right? I went on my, what is it, on paper, right? Literally caught the low here, which is the 4 hour fair value gap CE, and then to the relative equal highs. It was very stally, but it got there, and that was literally the only trade that I saw for the morning session, and I took that on paper because I am not gonna get chopped. Like, come on, like whoever traded today should already know to not trade before this guy speaks. It's always gonna be chop chop, right? Not always, but most time. Just come to the PM session, right? So he speaks at 12:35, and we have news earlier. So the only times to trade would be like early, right? You try to catch something pre-market or at market open at most, right? And let's say you were very bearish, and again, I would have tried to catch something at 9:30 if we took these highs. Remember the initial buy side? We don't do any of that, which seems very, very strange. And when the market does very, very strange stuff, it means make sure you leave these stuff on the chart, because we will come back, right? This is basically unfinished business, right? This is just to entice, right? Like if this is gonna be I'm looking at this as a short-term high, right? Short-term high for the week, right? Like we'll come back this week for it, right? More than an intermediate term high, just because we didn't take this and we didn't take this, which leads me to think, right, let me get rid of this and because useless, and which leads me to think this is gonna be a Wednesday weekly reversal, right? Like last week we had Wednesday low of the week, but weekly reversal is to go to our monthly, weekly, or daily discount array on Wednesday for us to reverse on Thursday and Friday, right? So once we do this, right, and an inside day, and tomorrow, just because it's an inside day, like the fact that there's not really news like that, that's not tomorrow. It's just orange folder. It doesn't matter. It's just how we traded today. Having an inside day, we will most likely have a large range day, basically as equal as this, right? And what do we have that's left? I have when it said there's unfinished business, look at all the sell side liquidity. This is still a sell side liquidity, right? Even though it's been traded through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clear liquidity pools that I left on the chart because I was not convinced we would go up much higher without taking them, right? So what does this lead me to believe? Wednesday, we're gonna go for this, 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 and this. Literally all the liquidity, right? That we have left from last week. And what confirms this, I guess, on the 4 hour, right? Let's get to the other chart now. Alright, so on the daily, remember, yesterday we went to a discount, which was the 4 hour right here, the CE of this, and then the CE of this went to here, and then rejection block was the target for today for this. And we zoom, right? We go up, and then now we're making, oh guys, we topped, kind of looking I don't know, it just looks like, oh, we kind of top, but the market doesn't really, from my memory, top off like this. So I'm expecting a market maker buy model. Where is the sell side? I don't have it on this chart, so I don't really know. But I'm not here looking for the sell side. I'm looking for the Wednesday weekly reversal. What's our daily? Okay, let's start. We're not gonna start with the monthly. I don't use the monthly. Weekly. Do you see a PD array? No. Daily. And the only reason tomorrow's gonna be bearish, remember, is we have not gone up. Like, how do I explain this? Every day that's like we're really going up, we are taking previous daily high, right? And for today, we don't, and we have an inside range and a big bearish closing candle, right? Like, look at every other candle here is wiki, right? If it's a down, this is a big closing candle. And if we're gonna go up, there were so many reasons to go up at this price range, which would be an immediate rebalance. In the 4 hour there was stuff, in the 15, like, if we're gonna go up for the day, we would have stopped down here, right around this area. Daily wick, immediate rebalance, 4 hour levels, 15 gaps, whatever, right? For the first time in the whole going up BS since this day, since Tuesday, we have disrespected an obvious buy signal, right? And what I said I'm impressed about for me is I actually waited. I the first time I know I should not be trading, and I did not trade, right? And I wait for it to go all the way down to this level right here, which I'm not gonna lie, I did enter like very small, just like preemptively, right? The second I hit it without the full confirmations. Hey, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but I mean, I'm not gonna like play myself or something, because it was showing its eyes on the 15 seconds, but then it just takes me out. And I was calm. The loss was like less than 50, right? It don't matter. Like, cool. That's how like tight it is, right? And then the second that when it does this, like when it does a fair value gap where it should have reversed, I don't know, I was so laser focused on trying to catch the longs that I just forgot about the bearish price that I already had. But every time it does the disrespect of it, and like with a clear displacement, then you know that's your best entry. Like that for me, I need to trust that my analysis. If I was proven wrong, just jump on the reversal. Just jump on like the opposite exactly of what I was thinking, right? Right there, this whole area where this fair value gap is, are the area that the price should have showed signs of like reversal, and it don't. It actually has a fair value gap. Look what price does. Goes fills that gap, and then plummets all the way to the rejection block. I'm not gonna lie, I did expect it to go to like the sell side today, because on a Tuesday I'd expect at least one of them, previous daily high or previous daily low. But I mostly expected this, if we just literally 2 ticks went for the high. This how I wanted the day to play out anyway. But then I would want it tomorrow to just be like a little bit and then we start going up. But no, now I'm expecting tomorrow to like continue a continuation of the dump. Again, now that we went all the way down, right? This is not like, oh, rejection block for us to go. No. This now validates a genuine a genuine change in state of delivery, right? So it doesn't matter, like, we have not closed below it, but it's valid. Like, anywhere in this order block, right, in this whole four, anywhere in this, we're gonna jump in it. Like mean threshold, whatever, that don't matter right now until we close below it. But now the aim is looking for shorts. And once it does this, all you have to do is actually very simple. You're just looking for OTE, right? You're looking for OTE and you're looking for stuff that makes sense, right? So let's just have OTE 6.2, and then let's add the others just in case, right? And then if we jump out on like 15 minutes, I can see that I would not expect more than 0.62, right? Because this is now a balanced price range, right? So I do not care about price going up here or here. I'm mainly looking for discount, right? Think about it as a model 2022, right? Like this activates the model 2022 or whatever. Like this is a market structure shift the second I hit this, right? And us going to a fair value gap in discount. So discount is there. So, and that to me looks like the older block here or whatever. I don't know what price will do tomorrow exactly, but this whole general run of it going all the way up to somewhere down here and then dumping is what I'm looking for. Or, you know what, it could be very heavy and it could start the dump from this, right? This means we are very heavy, right? We're not even gonna bother to go to discount of this whole range, right? And then we might just go discount to actually where we started the run, which would just make it here. And now this Loki makes more sense to go to this area and then dump. I don't know, we'll go see. But regardless, we're generating liquidity again, right? But I just don't want London to make the move. Okay. Anyway, let's get why does this make sense, right? On the daily, I will only discount. I'm not done with the market going higher, so I'm still looking for bullish prices. But the only discount array is this fair value gap, right? And where does this fair value gap lie? For us, remember all of these sell side liquidities that they were important, right? They were important. I'm not sure which ones are which. I can't be asked to go to the other thing. But what's also important is Thursday. Thursday left a big opening range, right? It left a big opening range gap. It didn't even hit the 0.5, and I was even confused on that day. I was like, price normally doesn't do that, right? It ain't really allowed to go up, or if it goes up, then it comes back and visits it very quickly. If it doesn't even hit the 0.5, so minimum, I'm expecting like the lower quadrant, right, or CE of this daily fair value gap, right? And if it has an order block under it, that's even perfect, right? So it can literally fill all of it as a discount. But I want it to wick out it. I don't want it to close very bearish. I want it to like maybe go all the way down to the order block, close it, but close the day kind of above the CE, right? For this to be like on the table. And then if this, all of this happens tomorrow, right? And I'll try to catch the short, like if this plays properly, like the short will be very early, right? Like between like 9:40 till like 10, right? 9:40 till 10, you should already be able to catch the short. That's how early it should be if this should play. And ride it all the way down, right? So at least this, right? And then that's it. If the closure is like I said, you already know what to look for Thursday and Friday. Thursday, you're looking for Wednesday, previous daily high. And for Friday, you're looking for Tuesday, daily high. And all-time high. So then that's like 3 high probability days that you genuinely cannot mess up. And thank God for the first time, right, that I actually wait for stuff to be clear before messing up my account and kind of be scared to risk, right? Because I'm only down like what, $50 or something. It doesn't even matter. I could have caught the short. I didn't even bother because it was low probability and I normally don't reverse, but now I'm seeing this a lot and more, and I don't want to go short on a day that's like when the market's been going up and up and up. I'm kind of going against it until it's proven to me, and today is proven to me, right? So again, Thursday, Friday didn't really matter. It's how we do for Wednesday. Now Wednesday is very high probability to go down here, right? Big boy dump, start the market. Hoping London doesn't start it, but if London starts it, expect that New York will be a continuation. Don't expect New York to go take London high or something like that, you know. But yeah, I think that's the market recap. I think I covered everything, and hopefully it's a easy, I don't know, trading week by the looks of it. This Wednesday doesn't really need news. Wednesday always will go without news, so that doesn't really matter. It's Tuesday and like the days, and especially Monday with no news and stuff like that. Right? It has an orange folder, so that's fine. Thursday, these news could like start the reversal, I guess. Ooh. And Friday, continue that again to back all-time high. This to me just does not look like the top. That's all I'm saying. And what you want to look for the last time? This is mainly for me so I can journal properly, is a market maker buy model. So on this side of the curve, once we start going up, all these fair value gaps or whatever, right? So think about this as like, if we're looking at 15-minute, as you can see, let's say first stage accumulation, we hit the fair value gap, dump. Then the second stage would be what? The unicorn, which is normally an actual unicorn of like the breaker block and a fair value gap, right? This whole area between this and OTE is my main focus for tomorrow, right? So this breaker block, and if we extend it to like an hourly or whatever, an hourly 30-minute, like this whole thing would be in breaker block, so like it doesn't really have to. Actually, I should draw it that way. And if we just go basically visiting this whole thing, so it'll be efficient regardless. These gaps, whatever work or whatever, we need to extend them for Thursday and Friday trading for them to be real support and resistance, as in inverse fair value gaps, right? And for tomorrow, for the 4-hour, I'm just looking for a manipulation, and I'm guessing the manipulation will be into this balance price range, right? I expect price to just head up into this balance price range. And if you're just looking at it right now, if I just put my quadrants right there, it's getting a bit messy, but let me just make sure real quick. All right, and then sensor right. Just want to make sure. All right, this is messed up. Bruh, let me just do another chart. Alright, so once whatever this closes, right, and on the 4 hour, we have our balanced price range. What the hell was I looking at? Was I not on the 4? Wait a second. Was it on the 2 hour? No. 4 hour. Why does this look different? Oh my days. Oh, actually that's actually not even bad use of it. That's actually not even bad use of it. It's regular trading. And that makes sense. Again, do use your regular trading PD arrays if you really can't find anything. But again, what's on this chart and what's on the regular trading is this 4 hour fair value gap, which I'll treat it as the inverse. So that's the last thing, I promise, and then we'll wrap this up. 7.5. Get rid of this. Alright, so again, if we fall back again, you see everything leads back to this area, this whole breaker block area. And now that we're under this, what do we want? We don't want price to be trading above midpoint. So as the 4 hour whatever, this is my interest. And again, pulls all the way down this area where I'm like at this order block, and if this goes here, it'll create relative equal highs, which would be perfect. Just this, like, honestly, I could just be that bored and just put somewhere like a sell limit here and the high of here, right, on like a MNQ 5. So cut this by like what, so it'll be around 350, and then just put the TP all the way down till here, right? Risk makes sense. 350 to make what, 2.5k. Actually, I even want it a bit lower, but regardless, taking 2, that's more than enough. Yeah, 350 to make 2.5. Risk makes sense, but if I'm awake, I'd rather just wait and just trade properly. Alright, anyway, that's the market recap. I don't know if anybody's watching this, but for me, I definitely understood, and I'm basically cooked this week. Alright, peace.